We're at Sheldon Plantation, northern Beaufort County, part of the Ace Basin. If you love your land and you love sitting there in the evening and seeing a spoonbill come in, or a wood stork land, or a painted bunting land at your feeder, remember that as your land goes to sleep and see that it's always like that. My name is Christine Jacobs. I am the oldest of 9 children, and I had a wonderful career. First, I was in trauma at a hospital, and then 35 years manufacturing radioactive devices for prostate cancer, breast cancer, and brain cancer. Well, after I retired, I went to the North Woods of New Hampshire, slept for about 2 years, and got up and said, I miss the South. I miss the people, I miss the land, I missed shrimp and grits, the occasional yes ma'am, and I called my brother and said I wanted to buy a couple hundred acres in South Carolina. It's special because it didn't end up to be 200, it ended up in the beginning to be almost 600 acres. It was after I lived here for a little while that I began to find out just how special this land is. I first and foremost wanted a border and contiguous land, but then I found out that 240 had the remains and the remnants of Old Sheldon Church. And the moment I got the land, it was no longer about the border of my property, it was about helping the church. The question about protected forever, what it means to me is I have protected this land from bad actors, and they're going to have a right to sell the land. But I don't want a bad actor to come in here and say, we're going to take care of it, and then turn it into a development. When I started the negotiations of a conservation easement, it's the first time in my professional career where I sat across the table from people who wanted to help me rather than to fight me. I use this land first and foremost to share with my family, but secondly, I like bringing it back, and of course there's the wildlife. I do quail hunt, I deer hunt, dove, turkey, duck, and lastly, we've got enough land where I've got a little cash crop going of field corn. If someone approached me and asked me about working with Low Country Land Trust, I would say that everybody from the CEO down to folks like Josh Bell, etc., make it easy. I don't feel like I'm fighting them for anything, and they are grateful from the get-go rather than in a negotiating mode. They're folks that really want to collaborate with you rather than work on a document. And it's because of that I went from the 240 and then added the rest of Sheldon proper because it was an easy process. So it's all now under a conservation easement. I have no more land to give. The history is so rich, I'm not sure I'm going to live long enough to get it all. I mean, I really mean it. I don't think I have enough life left to really get it all. But it's here. It's that I feel like I've done something really good for people that I will never meet, or animals that would not have a place to come by. That's where I get it. I thought my career in prostate and breast cancer was meaningful, but I have found a second meaning.